This is quite a strange experience for me. I never imagined I would find myself on a beach. To be honest, I've always found the sea a little intimidating. The vastness of it, the unknown depths, the power it holds. It's so different from the world I know. But today is different. Today, with you, I feel a sense of peace that I've never known before. I never thought I would experience something like this, but being here with you, it feels right. I know, I've always been a woman of tradition, of honor, but there's something so freeing about today. The sun, the breeze, the sea, and, of course, you. You know, I've never really celebrated a holiday like this before. It's a bit strange for me. Valentine's Day especially. I was never taught about really much about these things. But you've made this so special for me. I've always been focused on duty, protecting my family, honoring my ancestors. The sword and my team were my only companions. I didn't need anything else. But when I met you, everything changed. You make everything feel different, lighter even. I don't have to carry the weight of my responsibilities alone. With you by my side, I can breathe, just for a moment. You've given me more than I could have ever imagined. And for that, I will always be grateful. I never thought I'd see the day when I would actually take my shoes off and walk on the beach like this. The sand is much softer than I expected. It feels strange at first, but I think I'm starting to understand why people come here. You're right. It's not so bad. And the sound of the waves, it's soothing. I think I could get used to this. Maybe someday I could learn to love the ocean, just as you do. With you by my side, anything is possible, right? I never imagined that I would be so open to change now. My family, they taught me that with strength and honor, that those will always come first. It's why I've always been distant, never letting anyone close. But that was before. Now I find myself wishing for a different kind of strength. One that doesn't come from wielding a sword or facing battle. A strength that comes from love, from trust, from sharing moments like this with you. I want you to know that being here with you today it means more to me than anything I've ever fought for. It feels like a quiet victory. You've made me realize that it's not just honor that's important. It's the people you hold dear and the connections you make. There's something I've been meaning to give you. Here. I made this myself. It's not much, but I wanted to give you something special. Something from my heart. I know, it's customary to buy chocolates for someone on Valentine's Day, but I wanted to do it differently. I thought if I made them myself, they would carry more of my feelings for you. I hope you like them. Please, take one. I made them with you in mind. I put a lot of effort into this. The recipe is simple, but the meaning behind it, well, it's personal. I wanted to give you something that wasn't just a gesture, but a reflection of how much I care. It's a small thing, I know, but I hope it's something you'll always remember. Just as I'll always remember this moment. So, what do you think? Is it to your liking? I wanted to make sure it was just right. I've always been better with a sword than in the kitchen. But I think I did okay. I don't know if I'll ever be able to make something quite as sweet as you, but I can certainly try. I've never told anyone this before, but I think I've fallen for you. I've fought for honor all my life, but in this moment, I don't need to fight. I'm not afraid to let my guard down, because with you, I can just be Miyabi. Not a swordswoman, not the heir to my family's legacy. Just me. And when I think of you, I feel something in my chest that's unlike anything I've ever felt before. You've become so important to me, in ways that words can't quite express. You make me feel like I'm not alone in this world. I love you. So much. You know, I've been thinking, also on a different subject. I've never been able to swim. I know, it's a little silly, isn't it? For someone who's always been so disciplined, so focused on training and combat, I've never learned how to swim. I suppose I've always been a bit afraid of it. The water moves too unpredictably for me. Well, I've never really had the chance to learn either. I feel like my family taught me everything, except for that. So I suppose you're going to have to keep me company on the shore. I do wonder, though, if you'd be willing to teach me. I feel like I'd be safer with you. I've always been able to conquer my fears before, but this... it's a bit different, isn't it? You might have to pull me out of the water if I get too scared. I suppose it's not just about swimming. It's about learning to trust as well. Trusting the water. Trusting you. You know what I mean? I've spent so much time trying to be perfect, to master everything. But sometimes it's okay to admit that there are things that I can't do. I'm not that invincible after all. But with you, I don't mind admitting that I have my fears. You make me feel safe, in a way. I think that's why I can be honest with you. And maybe we can take it slow. I'm not in any rush to learn how to swim, but I think I'd like to try, one day, with you here beside me. I never thought I'd be so relaxed on a beach, but you've completely changed my perspective. It's all thanks to you, you know. Your warmth, your patience with me, and, of course, your charm. I've always thought that being strong meant staying composed, never letting my emotions get the best of me. But now with you, I'm learning that there's strength in vulnerability too. Thank you for making this day so special, for showing me what it means to truly live, not just exist, but to live with someone who cares, who understands. Valentine's Day? It may be new to me, but now it holds a deeper meaning. It's a day of connection, a day of love, and I think this is a day I will always cherish, because it's the day I realize just how much you mean to me. I love you. I've never felt more at peace than I do now, with you by my side, here on this beach. And I can't wait for many more days like this, with you. Mwah. You have the honor of having my first kiss. I hope it was enjoyable, at least a little. So, to clear the awkward silence, what should we do now? Is it okay if I become yours? Do you mean it? That makes me so happy. I will admit it's a bit embarrassing, but I also have a sense of pride. I am able to say that I can devote my life to someone. Happily. Willingly. And the fact that it's you, I feel so much more committed. You are someone I trust, that my family adores, and my comrades appreciate. Everyone's been saying that I seem a lot more happy since you've come into my life. I may not understand all the jokes and all the sarcasm or the figure of speeches, but maybe you can teach me to be better at that. I feel so much happier. I almost feel like I can cry. I'm trying not to, I promise, but I somehow feel a lot of emotion. Just thank you so much for being here, for loving me, for guiding me. You are everything. And I can't imagine myself being anywhere else but right next to you on this beach. To think, Hoshimi Miyabi, me, the Hoshimi Miyabi, can smile knowing that there's someone that I love and who loves me just as much. Can I kiss you again?